In all my years of drawing and making art, I have noticed a pattern in the mistakes beginning artists make. And since a lot of people are making similar mistakes, I thought it would be helpful to talk about them, but also give you tips on how to fix them. Let's get into it. The first important drawing mistake I see a lot of people making is not having the right proportions in their work. And the main reason this happens is because most people want to start drawing details from the very start. And though it's very understandable, because we all have this urge from time to time, it's always better to slowly build up your sketch and keep adjusting everything until the proportions look right. Only then you should start introducing details into the work. This can save you a lot of time if you're always having to go back and erase big parts of your finished drawing to try to fix it. So spending a bit more time on your sketch can save you a lot of time when adding details and finishing touches. The second mistake I noticed happening a lot is in the preparation stage, before even picking up a pencil. What I'm talking about is picking bad reference pictures. If you are a beginning artist and you're never using a reference picture, I highly suggest you start doing this, because it will improve your drawing immediately. But when you're picking a picture that's not suitable as a drawing reference, it can ruin your drawing before even starting. If your picture looks like this, the range in the gray is not big enough to make your work really pop, and actually can make it look really flat. What's important is to find pictures with good contrast, where you can clearly see the dark shadows and the vivid light parts. This will really help you to see the different shapes that make up a 3D object. And it will help you get more depth in your drawing and make it look more realistic. The next mistake I see happening a lot takes place in the sketching phase. And it is drawing messy lines. And believe me, I still to this day am guilty of doing this myself. It mostly happens when you are trying to rush your drawing or because of a lack of confidence at the moment. One way of fixing this is taking your time to really study your reference picture before drawing a specific line or shape. This will help you understand what you are actually drawing and help you drawing your lines with a purpose in mind. Try not to draw lines like this, where your line consists of a bunch of shorter lines on top of each other, or drawing 20 different lines before finally finding the right one. Instead, try really thinking about where the line should be positioned and try drawing the full line in a smooth motion, while using the movement in your whole arm instead of only drawing from the wrist. Of course, I'm not saying that every line you draw has to be spot on from the first go, but instead try to put some extra effort into thinking what you are trying to draw before putting your pencil to work. This next mistake is a big one that might be scary for a lot of people. And I would know, because I caught myself doing this a lot in the past. And it is avoiding trying to draw new things because they seem too difficult. I know it's easier to keep drawing the same subject that you are comfortable with, but after a while, this will stunt your growing process and will only increase your fear of the unknown, until you eventually won't even bother trying. Remember, practice is your best friend when it comes to learning a new skill. And while it might be a struggle in the beginning, you will get better eventually, until it's no longer such a big obstacle. And with every challenge you overcome, you will gain more and more confidence to tackle the next one. The final mistake is not asking for help when you need it. No matter how long you've been drawing, you will never run out of things to learn. I mean, after all these years, I'm still learning new things with every drawing or video I make. Especially after a period when I haven't been drawing a lot, it's easy to forget about the stuff I learned before. I know it takes time to get better when learning a new skill, but it's also important to not ignore the fact that there are many people out there that can help you when you are struggling with a certain technique. Any good craftsman out there had to start by learning from others, and sometimes practice for years before mastering the trade. So why should drawing be any different? So the message is to keep on drawing, keep on practicing, and don't be afraid to try out new things because you never know what you might learn. If you liked this video and want to learn more about drawing, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.